Hello everyone, welcome back to Quicks14Blog, Quicks14 here, showing you some Caverns of Time 4, or CoT4, Culling of Stratholme in heroic mode, going through it for our first heroic video. This is not only heroic mode, this also actually happens to become a mount run, which you'll see what I'm doing here at the end. So we've started CoT4. The first part that you'll do when you first come in is a little quest to get the plague barriers. The rest is a lot of story stuff leading up to this point. And then when you first enter, you're going to have these waves show up of Scourge, and you'll have to kill them. Now the waves are random where they appear. They're usually marked, as you can see on the minimap, by a white flag. So you'll have to be moving back and forth from here. Your purpose here, especially on a mount run, is to burn these as fast as possible and get to the first boss. We are nearly done with that. I've skipped a good chunk of that because it's pretty much all the same, just a whole bunch of running around. To do this on. Having a druid healer here is awesome because it'll make this much more easier and faster, especially if you have one. If you have a good tank and a good healer and some decent DPS, you can do this pretty easily and have a chance at the awesome mount, which of course is the bronze drake itself. So we go ahead and we go through all that, and I believe we hit the first boss here, who happens to be a necromancer. Well, not really the first boss, he's more like a second boss. I did start recording this late too, so my apologies, but I have skipped a bit of footage here as well. Nothing really I can think of note about this quote-unquote, no, he's not really even a boss, but main guy here. So I really am not going to say nothing, just burn him down, typical tank and spank. Don't worry about it too much. So of course, drop some really nice stuff, being heroic. Maybe not quite exactly what you want to run after anymore since 3.2's out, but still some nice stuff nonetheless. That would definitely help you go into Trials of the Champion, of course, and get some really good gear from there. You have to talk to Arthas to move a lot of this stuff along, which can bog things down timer-wise. So again, the quicker that you move, the better. So as you can see here, there's a lot of story going involved. This is pretty much going back in time when Arthas first went after Melganis and decided that he had to purge the city and everything, and that's what this is that you're going through here. Now we actually see some of the Twilight Dragonblight that we know have been messing around with this stuff. You're going to see a lot of them here. Yes, they are skinnable, but you may not have time to do so. Try not to get too far ahead if you don't know what's ahead of Arthas, because there's certain areas that will only spawn when Arthas shows up. But if you have a good idea of where things are, then you can go ahead and do that. Like most of the stuff here that you've done in Caverns of Time, portals will open and they will come out. There's no portal boss that you have to kill. You pretty much just have to burn them all down before Arthas will move on. It's basically, this part is just an escort at this point. Of course, Arthas can't die. If he dies, you lose and you have to start over. This is a nice little trap that happens here. Two portals both sides. People come out. It's good to have either people. You really should be in the middle when Arthas is there as well to handle them. Honestly, it's nothing you haven't dealt with before, probably, and nothing that is too horribly difficult to do. So with those burned down, and you're going to hit your first, I'd say, true boss in here, which is this portal opening. These guys come out, and you burn them down, and then they will come out. The boss will actually come out. Now, this is where a lot of CoT mountain runs on heroic trip up after the boss is down. You have to talk to Arthas to get him to be able to move on. Okay, so there's the boss. This boss, really only things of note is his time stop ability, or his time speed ability, where he will actually speed up and you will quote-unquote slow down in time. I believe he also has a real time stop. Yeah, there it is. It's just time stop, just freezes everybody. So as a healer, make sure you keep an eye on that. There's his time speed where he speeds up, and be aware of that. Make sure your hots are on everybody. He does do some curses, so having some decurse here will help it a lot. as well. He's not too bad once you've actually faced him and done him. Just make sure you watch those curses, keep the hots up, and he should go down pretty fast. Then you actually need to talk to Arthas to get him to move on. Go ahead and do that right after the fight, because it's a long way to get down there, and I'll give you time to get through everything. Alright, so now we come to another, this is basically like a gauntlet. Nothing horribly bad as a Gar Pinnacle, mind you, but this is practically a gauntlet. A healer needs to stay right with the tank because he's going to go really fast. Getting ahead of Arthas here is fine. There's no problem with doing so. In fact, I encourage you to do so. Arthas will stop at a certain point. You'll have to talk to him to get him to continue on to finish the gauntlet at a halfway point, basically. So getting ahead of Arthas here is not a huge deal. Go ahead and do so. He should be fine. If you got a good tank and good DPS, you shouldn't have a problem dealing with it. Usually Arthas is okay. As a healer, you might want to check him every now and then just to make sure that he's doing okay health-wise. Putting buffs on him is not a bad idea either. I think you can. I don't remember. Okay, at this little archway here is where he's going to pause, and you'll need to talk to him again in order to continue on. It's this little archway right up here. As you can see, our tank is already up there fighting stuff. Arthas will stop there, so you will have to talk to him in order to continue on either way. But by all means, go ahead and clear out the first little trash here. This is all technical trash. You can find some good stuff to loot, of course, but it's not a big deal. As you can see, Arthas is now back up there because somebody talked to him and got him to move on. Just burn these suckers down. Just burn them down and keep on moving. Don't stop. If you do this, you're going to have more than enough time to deal with the boss that drops them out. As you can see here, there's a lot of guild members in this run that we did. So it was really exciting to actually do it and be able to do it. I had done this before on a mount run, and we had just missed it, which was unfortunate. But it happens. So now here we are. We've made the circle. Arthas will stop around there from Mal'Ganis. You need to keep moving with your tank up, back through, and there he is. There's the boss that drops them out. You need to get right on him. You should at this time have at least 2 to 3 minutes, or even a minute, but you'll have to burn him pretty darn fast. He's not too much of a challenge. Nothing big important to worry about here. Just burn him down. Once he's down, you will get the achievement for it, of course, and then, of course, the bronze drake that you can roll for. I got lucky. I got a 50 emblems. Yeah, this was back when we were still dropping heroic emblems, so, of course, now, when you run this, you will get champion emblem, not champion, but the emblems of the champion, or whatever it's called now. Conquest. Oh my goodness. So we all rolled on it. And unfortunately, I just missed the roll, and I lost. But Kitty, our guild leader, went ahead and got the roll. So we go ahead and I skip ahead a little bit, and then of course the final boss in heroic is Mal'Ganis. He has a few abilities to look out for. Of course, he does a sleep, most commonly on casters, especially the healer. So it's something to watch out for. I believe he, of course, has a carrion swarm as well. A lot of the standard abilities you saw if you ever played Warcraft 3, he also has a vampiric touch that you need to watch out for as well. Yeah, he liked to sleep me a lot. And then he is down. He will not technically die. He's going to go through his little spiel, give his little thing, and Arthas will yell at him, blah, 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 and then he'll fly away and Arthas will go away. The chest next to Arthas there, and next to our tank there, is the actual chest you will open in order to loot where everything's at. So, and if you've never done the quest here, this is how you will complete the quest, as well as the daily, if it's a heroic daily. And that's pretty much it. That is heroic Cavern of Times 4 with Mount Run. And of course, congrats to Kitty. My wife, Alex, did this run as well, and she won a mount, which I'm so jealous because I haven't gotten one yet, but I'll get one eventually, so it's not a big deal. So that that is that. I hope to have some more heroic videos up as I can. I have one sitting of Trials of Champion, but I don't consider it complete because I need to get the rest of the bosses, because there's multiple bosses which are random whether they show up or not. So I'll try to get that up. That's all for now. Stick around, more add-ons, and of course quest stuff coming up. Just leaving you with this little thing here. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much. We are closing in on 300 subscribers. Amazing, you guys. Amazing. Thanks so much. Keep spreading the word. Until next time.